you handle the risk? Can you take it to the next level? Cape Talk Business Accelerator with Nedbank.
At 19 minutes past 5 o'clock, another business under the spotlight now, getting some advice to accelerate their growth towards greater profitability. How many cards do you have in your wallet? Whatever the number, you expect to be able to use them just about everywhere. So as a small business, you need to be able to accept them easily. Nedbank Merchant Payment Solutions can help you do this quickly and cost effectively. Call the Nedbank Merchant Help Desk on 0860 114 966 to find out more. Nedbank is an authorized financial services and credit provider. Make things happen. Nedbank. We're featuring a business today called Sky Messaging. It's based in Cape Town and Johannesburg and also operates in the Pretoria region. It offers sustainable, above-the-line advertising solutions that are posted in the sky, as you would expect. It's something that as you drive, walk, ride around Cape Town, you sometimes see up in the sky above you. Thomas Kritzer is the owner of Sky Messaging on the line to us from Greenpoint. Hello, Thomas.
Hi there.
How long have you had the business?
We started in 2010. We acquired our air service license and the operator certificate, and from there we took the product to the market in January 2011.
Okay, so that's just a year and a half and a bit.
Correct.
And nice growth in that time?
We are actually quite happy. Sure, it took a while initially to get the ball rolling and to get the product out there and get potential clients to realize what is available. But after our first year, thus far we've had a 600% increase year on year. So I think we can be quite happy with what we've achieved.
It's an interesting one, Thomas, because particularly, I don't know whether it would be different in Pretoria and Johannesburg, but here there's a sort of great protectiveness about the natural environment, and some people might see a sky message as a pollutant in that natural environment, and you've got to persuade them to look at the message, and you've got to persuade your clients that enough people are going to look at the message to make the client use this messaging form.
It's a very, very valid comment. On the one side, we can prove that our medium is a lot more effective in the sense, obviously depending on what one is measuring, but if one compares it, just to give you an example, we reached over 43,380 followers on Twitter within 2 weeks, which we can substantiate and prove. How many trees would you have to fell in order to create that type of advertisement in print? How many milligrams of nuclear waste would you be contributing towards in order to get that commercial aired on television, radio, etc.? So by contrast, it's actually very, very carbon effective. And in order to offset that even more, our entire company is dedicated onto a paperless principle. We operate completely paperless in order to save, obviously, the environment on that aspect. But and furthermore, our aircraft are also fitted with devices that allow the pilots to fly as lean as possible, thereby burning as little fuel as possible, flying very efficient, very effective, and that offsets the carbon footprint as great as possible.
That's an interesting insight. Thomas Kritzer, owner of Sky Messaging, and Pavlo, Phitidis. How do we accelerate this business?
I thought that was a very, very good answer, Thomas. Well done. And I think it's exactly 100% accurate as well. So, John, here's the story. You've got perhaps, 350 corporates in South Africa that really buy up the airways, they buy up the television, they buy up all the print media advertising, and in amongst all of them, they fight aggressively to stand out. This is a great opportunity for a company to stand out, and the question we should be asking is, well, why isn't it happening more frequently and more often? And I think if I look at it, there's a lot of suspicion around this form of media advertising. What would basically happen is someone would say to the corporate buyer, well, I will fly around the main city areas or the main traffic routes, whatever the case might be, for 2 hours, and it's going to be a cost of X rands per hour. And the buyer has absolutely no idea whatsoever whether you did fly for the 2 hours, whether it was an hour and a half, whether it was 2.5 hours, whatever the case might be. Were the weather conditions right, were the weather conditions not right? There are a lot of questions that get asked. So what happened in the past is that this business underwent a lot of suspicion and doubt, and as a result, almost faded away. The reason that I selected this particular business is because Thomas has created, rightly so, as he said, a 100% paperless environment. Literally, John, when you buy the service from him, as that airplane takes off, onto your phone or onto your digital device appears a map of Google. and you can see where the aeroplane is flying, you can see where it's doing loops, how long it's in the air for, and when it lands, your billing cycle is complete. You can literally receive your invoice straight thereafter with all the evidence that this actually did take place. So we've got to rebuild a proposition for an industry that currently has doubt for this kind of service. And I think that often what it needs is one or two market leaders. And by a market leader or by a trailblazer, I'm referring to a large corporate that turns around and says, hang on a minute, we ourselves are innovative. We ourselves like to stand out. We ourselves have come forward with a number of firsts. We do things differently. So if I think about it off the top of my head, it would be a Nando's type of business. As a result of that, they should approach Thomas and say, we will help you in effect by presenting our advertising airily through your service, but what's in it for us? Because we are going to display that we have faith in you. Thomas's response ought to be the following. I have so much confidence in my service, which I know he does, that instead of charging you 100% of the price, I'm going to charge you 60% of the price, and over and above that, depending on what the message is behind the aerial banner, I want 1% of sales or 2% of sales. That's how confident I am. I will be able to supersede the full price and, in fact, earn over and above it because my service works 100%. We need one or two corporates to step forward and put that offer to Thomas, because I think once we do that, and those case studies are very clearly delineated and promoted, the media buyers are going to start paying attention to Thomas's business. It's a superb business. It's incredibly well managed. It's absolutely accurate in its billing. And the facts and figures that Thomas shared with you, I have corroborated. They are correct. It needs a bold client to step forward, two bold clients to step forward and do the deal with Thomas.
Pavlo Phitidis of Auric Business Incubator. And if you represent a bold corporate and you would like to help Thomas Kritzer accelerate his business, or indeed if you want to get involved at any level, go online to capetalk.co.za and make contact with Sky Messaging. And if you're a business owner and feel that your business could benefit from similar exposure on this radio station, go to capetalk.co.za and tell us about your business. Tomorrow morning with Kino between 7 and 7:30, we'll showcase the next business owner. Cape Talk Business Accelerator with Nedbank. Make things happen.